I got something in the mail today. And I'm gonna sit it down just like that because I'm not gonna throw this on the desk. So Darkskater7 here, thanks for coming back. And let me go ahead and make some room and move some of this crap out of the way, because I always have crap in the way. Today I got something, and I'll go ahead and say what it is. It is the Nintendo Switch 2 Killswitch. It's a case, and I think that they sent me probably some more screen protectors, which I probably ordered by accident. But anyway, in the last video, I went and I reviewed the dbrand screen protector for the Switch 2. Phenomenal screen protectors. But controversy has arose, and online they are saying that there's an issue with the dbrand Killswitch 2 for the Nintendo Switch 2. So this is exactly what that is, and I'm going to be fully transparent and review it for myself, because I want you guys to make sure that you save money if there is a faulty product out there by dbrand. Even though I love the company, I believe in being honest, and I'm not going to glaze dbrand at all if this item does not work for me. Now, is it possibly a design flaw? Possibly, yeah. Is it an issue? Absolutely. They did already address it, and I believe that they're going to send out revised versions, but I'm going to test this first batch for myself for my specific Nintendo Switch 2. So just in case you guys aren't spending $100 and you know, getting a faulty product. So without further ado, let's go ahead and unbag this. The unboxing knife, let's go ahead and cut it out. All right. All right, as usual, dbrand has phenomenal packaging. Always has phenomenal packaging. Go ahead and take out the rest of the stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and set this down real quick, and we'll kind of go over it a little bit. I did order a skin for my Joy-Cons, so of course that comes in a separate little bag. Dbrand always have phenomenal packaging, so we'll get to this in a second. And I'm pretty sure that this is the Prism 2.0, so I ended up getting an extra screen protector. I don't need this because they send out 2 in the package, so there are 2 in here. But when I ordered it, I didn't know that this came with this as well. So I can put this aside and have it as a spare if I get another one. Don't need that. But back to the packaging. Phenomenal packaging from dbrand. Really phenomenal packaging from dbrand. I like that they have the matte black box with an outline of the schematics of the product that you have in there. We have the Killswitch 2 case, and I believe this is the dock adapter, because with the Killswitch on the Switch 2, you can't use the dock. So let's go ahead and open this up. And I like that it has the back on there too. So basically this is exactly what it's going to look like when we open it up. All right, so as we open it up, we're greeted with the front cover of the Killswitch 2. Or I guess I can just call it Killswitch for the Switch 2. And oh, it's already assembled pretty much. Okay, I like that. So let me go ahead and put this to the side. And let's take out the rest. Also inside of the box, we have the Switch, the Joy-Con stick covers. Put that there. Let's see, also, we have the cover for the kickstand, and as you can see, it has the adhesive on the back to make sure that it sticks. And then the last piece we have, see, we have instruction booklets, most likely, how to apply and a QR code. So I'll go ahead and put that to the side, and then we have the dock that fits over the Switch 2 dock, or the dock adapter. So let's close this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to run downstairs because my Switch 2 dock is already hooked up. I don't feel like unhooking the HDMI cable and the power, so I'm going to run downstairs and I'm going to get my wife's dock. She is a full-on handheld person. She does not use the dock at all, so I'm going to run and get that, and I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay right there. You better still be there. You better not be running. Okay, so we're back. we're back, and I just want to show you guys how this works. So you have the Switch 2 dock, and then the way that this works is this has a plug-in right here for the USB Type-C connector that gives us our signal, right? It fits over this area on the Switch 2 dock, and all you got to do is just slide it down just like that, and then, okay, all right, that's nice. There we go. Now it's fully seated, and since your Switch 2 does not fit in the dock with the Killswitch on it, it's going to fit on this area right here on the USB Type-C. So you're not actually putting it in the dock. Now they do say that there's an issue with you taking the dock, and when you take the Switch 2 and pull it, it supposedly pulls the entire thing up. So we're going to test that as well too. So for right now, because there's no locking mechanism on here, it just sits like this. So what I would say is, in order to fix this, we can have some type of locking mechanism on the bottom, because as you can see, these feet here, there's a little bit of room. There's a standoff here. So if I were dbrand, I would come up with some type of way to have something that goes across there to lock it in place, or maybe some type of a notch system that locks it down so it doesn't come back up. But then again, if you have a notch system, it could break too. So anyway, let's go ahead and put this to the side. And let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here with the Killswitch case. All right, so they have a mechanism here to where you pull out, and it's like an elastic band. Let's see. Okay, it feels like a rubber band, but it's like a strong, covered in nylon maybe or something. Fits over just like that. So you pull it, and that's that. Top portion comes off. And then we also have our game cart case, or holder, that fits on the inside of the outside cover, and it comes off pretty easy. It's magnetic as well. I like that. Yeah, magnetic, so it just snaps right in place, and that was pretty easy. So this is where my game cards will live. Okay, so front cover, game card holder that fits right in there magnetically, and then we have the actual Killswitch case. Okay, so I'm going to take this foam cover off. This is supposed to represent the Switch 2, and I don't need that anymore. And so on the inside of here, in dbrand fashion, they have binary in here. So of course I do read binary. I'm not going to embarrass myself and try to read this here, because I don't do it often. I do it every other day sometimes, hexadecimal and stuff like that, but I'm a huge nerd. Plus it goes along with my occupation. But anyway, some binary there. If anybody wants to translate that, feel free to screenshot there, and then leave it in the comment for me so I can see it. All right, so back to the video. All right, so we're looking this up, and I can see on the back here they have some adhesive on the back end where you're supposed to line this up on your Switch 2. It's pretty sturdy. It's not too flimsy at all. Actually, it's pretty rigid. They have the cutouts for the power button and the volume and everything else, and the cart section, cutouts for the kickstand, and of course with the dbrand branding on the back. Then you have the area, or the Switch, I guess the Joy-Con covers. These are very rigid, and an area for the opening for the release button. And sorry if I'm rambling a little bit, I just got done working out, so I'm a little hyped up. All right, so without further ado, I think what I want to do is I want to put this on and test things out. Okay, so let's get the Switch 2. Let me move this stuff out of the way. All right, let's find the Switch. And so temporarily I was using a case that I got at Best Buy, and it did its job. I had to do a lot of traveling recently, so I didn't want it to be just all out. I didn't have anything to carry it in, so I've been carrying it in this. And this can be found at Best Buy. Comes with a really cool magnetic case that I was keeping some of my games in, some of the most essential games, with the cover, and it locks it in place like that. But we're going to upgrade to the Killswitch. I'm going to see what happens. All right. So in order to put the Joy-Con covers on, we have to put the skin on first, and then we'll put the covers on. So instead of boring you guys, I'm going to go ahead and put this on off camera, and then when I come back, we'll go ahead and finish things up and put on the Joy-Con covers for the Killswitch case. All right, so be right back.
3 hours later.
All right, so it took a little bit of getting used to, but I did manage to put the skins on the Joy-Cons pretty good. I think that on the right Joy-Con, it probably need a little bit better cutout. I don't know what you want to say it, but anyway, I had to take this one off a couple times because it wasn't quite lined up with the plus sign and the home button and the C button. But overall, I got it to work out, so it looks pretty good. And what I do is I often, when I put dbrand skins on, I use a hair dryer. Even though I'm bald, I use a hair dryer to get the adhesive and the vinyl really nice and pliable, and then I go ahead and put it on and then go over it again and then press down evenly around the whole thing to get it to fit perfectly. So got the dark circuit. I'm pleased with that one. Usually I go with the honeycomb. I may still change to honeycomb or carbon fiber, but this looks pretty cool. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and apply the Joy-Con covers. Okay, so we'll do the right one first. And I guess I'm supposed to go from top to bottom. I'm not sure. All right, fit that right in there. And then I'll fit this lip over here. And also, what I want to note is that, as you can see, the skin does not fully cover all the way down because the dbrand Killswitch cover is going to actually fold over on top of that. Now, opinion, I think that it's going to work, but probably would have preferred it to be the skin to be a little bit overlapping so that the cover goes over it. But you know, they know what they're doing, they're pros, so you know, whatever. All right, and easy as that, that cover is already on, just like that. We have enough space right back here for the release switch here, and that works. And that's that. All right, let's do the other one. Let's do the left side. So what I did was I started on the top, and I didn't even look at the instructions. Started at the top up here, and I made sure that I got this trigger on the inside first, along with the release. So I'll fold that back down in place, and it's just like that. And now I just go ahead and slide the rest of it in. Easy peasy. And let's see. I think it's in there pretty good. There we go. I went ahead and had to do a little press, and now it's all the way in there. All right. Let me go ahead and check this one to make sure that it is also fit in there. So as you can see, it's still got a little bit in there. I'm gonna go ahead and press it in, and now it's already fitted. Okay. All right. Okay. Looks like it's on good. All right, so that is the left and right Joy-Con, and they are now inside of the Killswitch case. I can't lie, this does feel really good, but the real trick is going to see if the tablet portion is going to align perfectly so that these can seat in there correctly with their magnetic connectors, and then if they fall out. So we're going to test that out because that is the issue basically. So let's go ahead and put the main body on. We'll go ahead and take this adhesive off. It should be 2 small strips, and then we're going to line it up with the back here. And let's see, I'm going to line up the holes in the top, and then I'll come down so that adhesive hits correctly. All right, so let's see, we're going to line the top up here. Got the vents lined up and the cartridge port, and then let's go ahead and fold this over and fit it in place. All right, looks like we're lined up almost. There we go. Okay, we're lined up. And there's adhesive on the bottom, so I guess I should press a little bit to make sure that fits. I'm visually checking the left and right to make sure that they're flush. Pressing in a little bit. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and put the Joy-Cons on. All right, and then put the Joy-Con on the side too. All right, so I can see that this at the very top is mated up here. Feels flush. And let's go ahead and do the kickstand as well. There is adhesive on this one as well, so we'll go ahead and pull that off. And it does go all the way around. All right, and then we're gonna line it up with our kickstand here. Now I'm not sure exactly how far down it goes, but we're gonna line this hole up. let it fall in place. All right, it looks like it's lined up pretty good. Now I'm going to go ahead and put some pressure on it. All right. So there's the pressure on the Joy-Con. It is lined up. Looks like I'm off just a little bit. Look, no, I think I'm good. I think I'm fine. That comes out. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. All right. So the last thing that we want to put on here is the, let's see, the sticks. All right, so the stick covers, it should fit on pretty good. I'm a big fan of these because I have very large hands and I want to put that on so that it fits perfectly. And I think the way that you put it on is you kind of turn them inside out and then just fit it down on there. All right, it looks like that. Oh, I thought it was all the way on, but it's not. Let's see. And it shouldn't matter which side you put on, honestly. All right, let's see if I got it on there. It should be fitting over. It looks like I have a little bit left there. Okay, and that's on. That is secure. Oh, I like that. The surface area, because it has like this textured, I don't know if you can see that, it has a texture to it. And also has the dbrand skin there, so it looks pretty good together. Okay, let's do the other one. All right, should fit right over it. And it looks like I got that one on the first shot. Okay, so go ahead and check that out. All right, nice. So now is the part that I want to test out, and I want to see if this is a legit issue, because dbrand is saying that they're going to send out revised versions. All right, so the problem is they say that once the kill switch is on, the left and right Joy-Cons make such a gap that it doesn't seat all the way as far as the magnetic connector, and that if you hold it on one side, the whole thing falls out. So I'm going to test it out because I can see that there is a little bit of space in between there. And I should have went ahead and tested it out to show you. Matter of fact, I can test it out and show you how much of a gap there is on the regular switch without the dbrand case. So hold with me, or hold tight with me. I'm going to go ahead and get my wife's switch too. All right, I'm back. And so for my wife's switch 2, I ended up getting her a JSAW case. Very, very functional case. I like that it has the card holder built into the case. It has enough standoff space for the controllers. She's been playing the crap out of hers. All right, so let's check it out. So as we can see, we do have a bit of a gap in there where you can see the red and the blue on each side of where the Joy-Cons made up to the main body. So we do have a little bit of space, you can see. All right, it does wobble a little bit, but just a little bit. Now let's go ahead and test this out. And yeah, we have, it looks like there may be a bigger gap on where the kill switch is on it, but I do like the way it looks and the way it feels, especially since I have big hands. All right, so let's go ahead and do what you guys are waiting for me to do. We're going to test this out, and we're going to see if the Switch 2 falls off with the Joy-Cons. So to give myself a little bit of cushion, I'm going to put the dbrand case here, or the packaging, and then so the test is I want to hold it with one hand and see if it falls off. All right, I'm shaking it pretty substantially, up and down, and it hasn't come off. I don't feel it coming off. Let's do the left side. And I'm not holding the body, the main body at all, but it's not coming off. Okay, all right, so let's see how good the release works. Comes right off. See on the left side, comes right off. I realized in the video, I did the test when I was holding it vertically like this and shaking the switch. But the thing is, the actual issue that I've been reading about on the the forums is holding it horizontally like this with one hand while not supporting the switch under the main body, but just holding the Joy-Con right here. So I need to do that because I don't want to be disingenuous and act like I don't have an issue when there could be, and I want you guys to get the most accurate report and review on this subject. So I'm going to go ahead and test it out holding it horizontally, and I'm going to see how much give it has. So I'm going to hold it. I'm going to try my best, and it's very, I'll say this, it is unnatural to me to hold it without supporting it with my fingers underneath it. Like I'm naturally going to hold it just like that, and I'm going to support it just like this. So if you're holding it without any support, okay, if you can see that, I'm going to try to zoom in. You can see right here, it does open up just a little bit as I'm holding it. It's not falling off, but as you can see, it does. There's a lot of weight on there. Now it's not falling, and what I don't want to do is I don't want to break that connector right there. So I will say that definitely there is a lot of weight put on the Switch 2. There's a lot of weight being put on the Switch 2 if you were to hold it with just by the Joy-Con. It seems unnatural to me to hold it just by the Joy-Con. I'm usually going to have it supported like this with the finger or two underneath there, and that goes for the other side as well. So with that being said, I did just want to test it out real quick for you guys, and as you can see, it does tend to open up just a little bit on there, and I can feel the pressure. But then again, we do have added weight from the dbrand case and also the Joy-Con case that's put on there. And then holding it by itself with no support, you will get some weight. You can literally feel the weight of this thing pulling on it, but mine didn't separate. Now if I were to shake it, I'm pretty sure most likely it would fall off. Then again, I'm never going to run the risk of doing that. So I would say be cautious if you're just going to hold it by just Joy-Con. I suggest holding it with having some type of support under it. That's the way I hold it. I have never held it with just the Joy-Con by itself. So I will give it credit there. It feels unnatural. Then again, some people are different. So that's just my experience. But I can see that being an issue for some people. And again, dbrand is supposedly going to send out a revised version, but I'm not sure how they can address the added weight and make that not an issue, because I zoomed in, as you can see, it did separate. I can do that manually if I want to and fold back this way, but for the most part, I'm never going to hold it just by the Joy-Con. I'm always going to support it some type of way, because the freaking thing costs a couple $100, so I want to take care of it. But you know, everybody handles their devices differently, so hopefully they're going to address the design flaw. I'm not sure if I want to call it a design flaw, honestly. Now if there are some that are on there that are falling completely off based on that, yeah, I get it. I was talking to my buddy Face today, and what he did was he took an X-Acto blade and he cut this section down to make it more flush when it mates up like that. I don't have that issue. It looks like it's pretty flush to me already anyway, and that's on both sides. So just me. Anyway, I wanted to make sure that I'm very genuine with my review, and I wanted to add that part to it. So sorry to make the video just a little bit longer, but I wanted to be genuine and give you a fair, honest review on the Switch 2 dbrand Killswitch 2 case. Okay, so see you guys on the rest of the video. Please leave a like, a comment, and make sure you subscribe, share the video, and I hope that I did a good job on this one for you guys. Okay, peace. Okay, so now next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna bring the case or the dbrand or the dock down here with the adapter, and we're gonna test that out. Okay, so we're going to mate it up how it's supposed to sit on that. Okay, and you know what? I like this. So check this out. I didn't pay attention, but the Type-C connector, it actually pivots. It pivots. So you're not gonna have any trouble with damaging that Type-C connector when you dock it. So I'm gonna go ahead and dock it again. All right, and it leans back. Okay, so they say that when you remove your Switch 2, then the dock adapter comes with it. Let's test that out. Okay, so that is a confirm. It does do that. So they have to figure something out to where they can secure this dock adapter down more. Okay, so that is a confirm. Is it going to bother me much? Is it going to bother me much? Not really, but I do want them to put out superior product, and I think that they do need to look at this again. Is it a big deal? Not necessarily, because you can always just press it and it comes right back down. But I will say this, full transparency, I do think that dbrand may have rushed the product out, and that is what's leading to some of the design flaws as far as like the Joy-Con coming separated from the main body of the Switch 2, and that may be what's contributing to it. But I think that they can refine it, and they're pretty good with correcting their mistakes and sending out revised versions. At least that's what I hope that they do to honor their loyal customers. As far as the dock adapter, maybe they'll put out some a revised version, or somebody can do a 3D print of something that maybe fits across like a bar, goes here, goes across the bottom here, and then comes out and fits up here. Who knows? You know, you guys are some innovative people out there, so that's one thing. But does it bother me? Not too much. But will I take the revision if they send it? Absolutely. So there's that. Okay, so yeah, we have confirmed that the dock adapter does come up with the Switch 2 once you try to remove it from the Switch dock. Okay, so we'll move that out of the way. And let's see, our final thing that we're going to check out is we're going to place our games that we have in our other holder. We can go ahead and place those inside of the magnetic game holder. Let's see, how do I put these in here? I guess I just press them in like that. Let's see. Oh crap. Okay, that works. So I just put them in like that. And all I'm doing is putting it like that and then sliding it in to that lip right there. So pretty easy, pretty simple. Okay. If I want to take it out, just pop it up just like that. Cool. Now we're going to place it inside of its connector, or inside of its case cover. Magnetic. Fits in just like that. We have our fully assembled Switch 2 along with its dbrand Killswitch, and I gotta say that the quality of this is really nice. I like it a lot. Let's do a size comparison to the Steam Deck, and I recently got the Killswitch for this. I was super reluctant. Different mechanism because the controls don't detach, but whatever. Size comparison. So it doesn't really add too much more size to it, but it looks great with the skin. And let's go ahead and complete this, and I'll go ahead and end the video here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and line this up just like this. And also what I would like to add is that it's got the plus and minus on each side, so you can't really mess it up. And we're gonna go ahead and press this in right on the top. Or actually, I should go to the top like this. Folds right back down onto it. Super, super easy. Secure fit. And then to complete it, we just go ahead and pull this, and it's done. Fully protected. Got that protection. Enough standoff space for the controller sticks. Nothing really exposed except for the back area, which also has a case on anyway, so that's protected. And then you have this rubberized, very rugged rubberized section here on each side, and you're good to go. So that is the dbrand Killswitch for the Killswitch, or no, the Killswitch for the Switch 2. And I am very pleased with the product. I think that it was worth it. Again, I hate that some people got defective versions of it, but for me personally, I am very happy with my purchase, and I'm glad that dbrand did not let me down, and I hope that they rectify the problem for everybody else who is having an issue with the Joy-Cons. I don't want to say that it's user error, because I have seen some people able to reproduce the problem, but for me, I don't have that issue, and I'm very, very happy that I don't have to have that issue. Yeah, so there you go. Switch 2, dbrand Killswitch case with the protector. The skins looks very good. Good product. And also I have the screen protector on it right now too, which is very good. It repels fingerprints. And I think the video is long enough. I'll go ahead and end it here. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. And thank you for the support. I know I've been all over the place, but anyway, you guys know exactly what I was trying to say. And you got to get a review of the Killswitch for the Switch 2 by Nintendo. All right, so I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Leave a comment, and if you got any questions, let me know. If you have any praises, concerns, or any suggestions, or requests, let me know as well. All right, so I'll see you guys on the next one. Dark Skater out. Peace.